Hello and welcome to another episode of Mythic Cinema Scrolls, where I peel back the layers of some of our favorite films to reveal the myths that power them. Today, we'll be discussing a monstrous passion project that's been decades in the making. Guillermo Del Toro's Gothic epic, Frankenstein, starring Oscar Isaac as the tormented Victor Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi as the creature, Mia Goth as Elizabeth, Charles Dance as Baron Leopold, and Christoph Waltz as Harlander. This film is far more than a simple monster flick. It is a profound, operatic exploration of creation, abandonment, and the nature of humanity itself. Before we discuss the myths, let's see how Del Toro reimagines Mary Shelley's 1818 novel first, which he has referred to as his Bible. The plot mostly adheres to the original. Two most significant changes, in my view, are 1. The creature himself. Of all the thousands of Frankenstein's monsters in art, film, and literature out there, Elordi has got to be one of the kindest, most intelligent, and dare I say, most human. In the original, the creature is a vengeful, cold-blooded murderer. In Del Toro's version, he is innocent, resorting to violence only when forced. A pure victim of circumstances. The second most significant change for me is Victor's father, and trust me, this changes everything. In the book, Alphonse Frankenstein is portrayed as a loving father, but in the film, he is a cold, distant surgeon. Baron Leopold is strict and cruel towards a young Victor, which in turn fuels Victor's own abusive tendencies toward the creature. And with that nifty little tweak, Del Toro ties in all the other themes brilliantly. The original warns against the dangers of unchecked ambition, explores nature versus nurture, and the consequences of abandonment. Del Toro recontextualizes all that through the lens of generational trauma. Even Victor's professional ambition is fueled by emotional damage from the loss of his mother and neglect from his father. And later, when Victor is cruel to the creature, we see this trauma being passed down all over again, almost like a familial curse. And we are forced to confront the deepest source of the story's terror. The creature isn't the real monster. His creator is. Pretty cool. And we haven't even gotten to the myths yet. Let's start with the foundational Greek myth in the very title of Shelley's novel, Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus. In Greek mythology, Prometheus was a titan who famously created mankind from clay, and in an act of cosmic defiance, stole fire from Mount Olympus to give to his creations. For this transgression, Zeus sentences him to be chained to a rock for eternity, with an eagle devouring his perpetually regenerating liver. Like Prometheus, Victor too is driven by an arrogant, obsessive ambition to conquer the domain of the divine, the power to create life, and his lifelong torment of seeking revenge from his own creation. That is the eagle devouring him daily. Del Toro goes a step further and grafts another powerful mythos onto this, the allegory of God the Father and God the Son. In Christian theology, God sends his Son to experience pain and death to redeem humanity. Similarly, Victor creates his son, the creature, but then condemns him to a life of isolation and suffering. Del Toro argues that the creature, through his own tragic fate, absorbs the cruelty of the world and resolves Victor's own chain of pain. This is a direct parallel to the belief that Jesus died for humanity's sins. There's rich Catholic symbolism throughout. We see a young Victor praying to Saint Michael, patron saint of the fight against evil. But as his obsession grows, he sees a distorted version of Saint Michael, blood red and engulfed in flames. This highlights the shift in Victor's own journey. He goes from seeking divine guidance to being led by a demonic force that mirrors his own obsession. Even the creature's birth is not on an operating table, but in a chilling, upright cruciform position. But it is the film's ending that resonates with Catholicism the most. Specifically, the idea of forgiveness. Shelley's novel ends with a grief-stricken creature resolving to die by setting himself on fire. Yup, the creature being immortal is yet another Del Toro tweak. In his version, the creature and Victor have a final confrontation where Victor apologizes. The film ends with a sense of reconciliation and forgiveness, suggesting the possibility of harmony between a flawed creator and his flawed creation. All this woven masterfully into a Gothic fever dream about a man-made monster. Pretty amazing. Your journey into the mythic depths of wisdom has begun. Don't stop. Learn about the rich Korean mythos at the heart of K-pop demon hunters next. Tell me in the comments below, what other titles should I cover? Until next time, goodbye and stay mythmerized.